Oh, it started. I got it to work. Aha! 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 It's live. It's live. Aha!
That was a lot of energy, and nobody fucking matched it, like, at all. Way to fuck up Burnsides inaugural chaos stream, guys. That was fucking great.
Well, the first time is always the roughest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Shit, that was nasty. that was really nasty.
Oh, shit.
This was a fun start.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely, positively. Well, you expected something normal? Hell no.
This is chaos.
That'll be the high point of the entire stream.
It's all downhill from here, man. All downhill.
Better get the whiskey.
So what's been going on, fellas? I've been kind of out of the loop for the past couple days. Have I missed anything exciting?
A whole bunch of things.
Couple things.
We're not going to address them, but they've happened.
Well, ironically, one of them's in the name of the episode of Chaos.
I haven't looked on YouTube yet.
I called it.
Go ahead.
I called it Prince Ubuntu blocks D-Way and other crazy stories.
There we go. And
are the actual Ugandans flipping out over the fucking Ugandan knuckles now?
Okay.
We must fight the queen.
Irate knows the way.
Come on down. It should also be known that tonight is Burnside's first night as a regular host of the Chaos 120 stream. Everybody, give him a hand.
Thank you, everybody.
Welcome to the big time, brother.
Oh yeah, it's plenty of fun.
Hey, what's up, Scoobie?
Oh,
hey,
what's
up?
Been waiting
going on?
What took you so long?
Sorry, the wind blew open the cellar door. I had to get dressed and go outside and close it.
Holy shit.
Oh crap.
Yeah, the wind's really bad here.
When that shit happens.
Yeah, it's still subarctic too. It's sub-zero out there, so I had to bundle up. So.
Oh crap! It's warmer out there than it is here, I think, for once. Damn.
Yeah, if you want to go walking outside, you kind of have to set yourself on fire first so you don't freeze to death.
Pretty much.
Self-immolation required.
At least it's not Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
No shit.
Hell with all of that, man. Ugh.
So, damn it, there's a Somali joke in there. Fucking flu it's got my brain working wrong. Sucks.
Man, I don't feel bad.
Pox has the Ebola.
The way does not leave tracks in the snow.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's been fucking awful for about 2 weeks. I went through everybody in my house, and then it hit me last.
And usually how it happens, man.
The 2 week and you think you're better, and then you get it for another 4 days thing.
Yeah. It's a good old incubation period.
Oh yeah. Mine was earlier today, man. I just had some cough medicine. Next thing you know, poof, out cold all day.
Alcohol for the win.
Oh hell yeah!
Just like
the best
GCB for the win.
No.
I know that was bad.
Speaking of the ice and snow, I will briefly go through the NHL scores here.
Oh, by all means, go right ahead. I didn't want to break right into the Prince Ubuntu story, despite its hilariousness. 2
games of note tonight. Scoob, your New York Islanders are currently tied with the Montreal Canadiens. They're just started overtime, so we'll see how they do.
Nice.
I'll give you an update later tonight. The Boston Bruins have fallen to my Dallas Stars 3-2 in OT.
Congratulations.
And that was your NHL report, brought to you by the next 6 minutes.
And Big Blackhawks.
Big Blackhawks. They play tomorrow, I think.
They better, man. They got beat by the Red Wings that soon.
I'm just curious with the NHL scores. When the season's over, are we going to do the same thing with March and March Madness?
We could do like our own brackets.
Yeah.
That would be fun. I mean, hell, shoot, do you want to start
Hey,
doing
Red.
scores or something like that?
There she is.
Okay, it's Celtic red, not fucking commie red.
If anybody is
Acceptable.
halfway interested in baseball, I'm going to try to do what Bloodwing has been doing on his channel with his rednecks and pigskins thing. I'm going to be doing a baseball version of that.
How does that play out? I haven't actually watched an episode because I'm not a big sports guy.
Well, what they do is they essentially they go over. Well, it works better because of the way football is set up. That they go from weekend to weekend, and sometimes Thursday, sometimes Monday, so on and so forth. So it's a little easier to go over last week's scores and then project for the next round of games. So it's going to be a little more fast and loose, a little more playing from the hip as far as the baseball thing will go. We'll probably only cover like the next 3 days or the previous 3 or something like that. Just kind of everybody's going to have their favorite team, and we'll just kind of talk. We'll segment it out and just talk about one team, then we'll talk about the other and the games coming forward and a few games backwards. So that's kind of tentatively what I've got working on.
Renegade, do you follow any sports?
Well, I'm a neckbeard at heart, so no, but I can pretend I know sports.
Same here.
Don't feel bad. I've been out of sports for a while because all it was some asshole in a green suit just sitting there taking a knee and putting a fist up in the air, jammering on about how great Castro was.
Oh God, I love this guy. I really do, Burnside. You're the best.
That's serious. For about like 3 years of sports at all, that's all it was. Is that stupid son of a bitch in a green fucking jumpsuit, taking a knee, just shouting about how great Castro was, and it's like, why don't you go move to Cuba, motherfucker, if it's so great, huh?
I never cared much for football anyway. A bunch of Roid monkeys and Spandex running after a stuffed pig. Doesn't
Oh
appeal.
God, like long.
Roid monkeys. Perfect for MLK Day. I like it.
Oh, I wasn't
yeah.
even thinking along those lines. It's just, you know what it is?
Oh,
I'm a big guy, and these guys are meatheads.
Can't take it back.
I have a dream.
Stout.
I have a dream that one day Roid monkeys and meatheads will get together on the field and play a fairly officiated game.
Oh damn it! How the hell?
I'm actually hoping this makes rugby more popular.
That'd be interesting.
That would
I
be
love
nice.
rugby.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want missing teeth to become much more of a thing in the U.S.
Would you prefer grills?
Nice.
Yeah, actually, dude, I live in an area where there's just meth mouth fucking everywhere. It's hard to leave the house some days.
Well, you got 40-inch rims and fully automatics and Democrats galore.
Well, you live in Kentucky, isn't meth covered on the Weather Channel? Like,
Fucking might as well be, man. I don't know. All the meth heads kind of turned into heroin addicts all of a sudden.
Oh, that's no fun.
so no more.
I'd almost rather the meth heads, dude. At least they're fucking twitchy and funny to watch.
So no more.
Oh, wait till they move on to the opioids, then you're gonna have fun.
Right. The deal,
Well,
yeah.
that's where they're getting. They just
They mix them. Speedballing. It's good shit.
Yeah.
They had some shit. Was it like ketamine or something that was going around? I don't know. Some elephant tranquilizer that they were cutting.
Tranquilizers.
Yeah.
And it was killing a bunch of people, dude. That was fucking terrible.
Horse tranquilizers, those are Quaaludes. We called them up here. We called them gorilla biscuits. I haven't seen those in years.
Ketamine's really big here.
I haven't seen that since '84, man.
What, gorilla biscuits?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, the last time I got my hands on those things about, oh god, it got to be 25 years ago now.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I literally woke up in a room, like we were all sitting there partying. They're like, "Hey, you want to try a lewd?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right, sure." I passed out on the couch. I wake up later, and there's all these cases of beer everywhere, but like sealed cases of beer, all these fucking bottles of liquor, all these shit. These morons went out and robbed the fucking liquor store while I was asleep on the couch.
You got free beer, don't complain.
Did you feel your face, man? Like,
yeah, I never touched the shit again after that.
You know, it lewds, man. I can never feel my face. I'd be like spend half the damn night going. I can't feel my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never done drugs because I don't condone that. This is a Christian server.
Oh, piss off.
I've got the love of Jesus in my pretty green eyes.
And my pretty green bud.
And in my pants.
My priest told me I was special.
Oh,
That's right. That's where I learned it too.
oh, that's funny.
I haven't hit
Fred,
the reefer
are you
since
alive?
2000.
You haven't lived
Really?
since 2000.
I think
Probably
I
breaking
think
it up
Fred
now as
already
we speak. Yeah, I can't do one of these streams unless I have a fully packed bong on hand.
Oh, I know the feeling.
Yeah, if I was sick as a dog, man, I'd have a couple beers in me right now doing it, man. Yeah.
Should have came home drinking your Vikings blood.
Oh God, yeah, I know. I was thinking of that earlier, and I was like, oh wait, I'm not home. Rolled back over and went to sleep. Oh shit, that's
Thinking of getting a bottle of that for my mother. The Vikings blood. She might like it.
Some good ass shit.
Have you guys ever? Let me ask you. Any of you ever had poutine?
Oh, yeah. The food, like French fries, shit with gravy on it.
This is Irish moonshine.
Okay.
They actually do make it where they import it. It's Bonrati makes this stuff. And I got a friend of mine around the neighborhood. His nickname is Irish because of how Irish he looks. He literally like overboard. Like everyone who looks at him like, oh yeah, that guy's Irish. You can tell from 2 blocks away. And yeah, my mother's family are like my grandparents are right off the boat. So me and him, we figured, yeah, we're both Irish guys. We can handle poutine. We get a bottle of it. We go to drink it. Plancha. We bang it back. Oh my God, it was the most disgusting thing I'd ever tasted. It tastes like you'd think Windex would taste if you actually decided to drink it.
Hey,
It just kills you faster.
Good.
And yeah, I couldn't drink this shit, right? So I go home, I show my mother, and I got Irish with me, and I'm like, yeah, Ma, you got to see this. We got poutine. We couldn't drink it. She goes, oh, okay, takes the bottle, belts it back, clang like nothing, looks at it, smiles. Oh my God, I haven't had this since I was a girl, and polished off the bottle and another swig. Like it was nothing. Yeah. I want to try getting to that Viking blood you're talking about. You've been talking about it for days. I figured the old girl would like it.
it's fucking amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone raved for years about Jägermeister. I got her a small pint of that. She polished the thing off in a sitting and wasn't impressed.
Oh, Jägermeister's good stuff too.
I remember.
Jägermeister, good for mixed drinks, dude. Like, get some Jägermeister and some Bacardi and some Red Bull, dude, and you will have the time of your fucking life.
Oh no, she drinks Tullamore Dew straight.
I can't fucking stand Red Bull.
Yeah.
Tullamore Dew is good, and
I can't either. Mix it with Jägermeister, Bacardi, or mix it with Captain Morgan's, and it's drinkable.
You could mix acrylic paint and gasoline with Red Bull. I still wouldn't drink it.
Oh, Lord.
So wait, if I take out the Red Bull,
Kill
do
you.
you still drink it?
Nice.
Wait a minute.
Think of the views, man.
If you had Jaeger and Clorox and Tide, would you drink that?
Now, if Red Bull were to pay me to advertise it and drink it in advertisements, then I would drink it.
Oh, I won't drink any Red Bull or any drink like that. Do any of you know what the main ingredient is to that shit?
Bull piss.
Caffeine.
Caffeine.
Actually, Burnside, you're very close. Look up what taurine is. It's bull bile.
Yeah. Goring.
Yeah,
Goring,
they put in the what you call it, in the slaughterhouse. They pump it out of the cow's stomach after they, like put the shot through their head, and that's what Red Bull is.
Jesus Christ!
It's fucking bile.
Yes, exactly.
Holy shit!
Okay, if Pepsi were to pay me to drink in an advertisement, then yeah, I drink Pepsi.
You can also sell Black Lives Matter
parts. Didn't you know that, Six?
What's that?
That was breaking news a couple of years ago. So Pepsi, they use aborted fetal tissue to test.
Son of a bitch! If Mountain Dew wants to pay me
it sounds way worse
to drink their product
like
for money, I will do
it's
that.
It's like, shit from abortion. I guess shit from abortion cells and shit in a petri dish, and they use it to test flavor and shit.
Okay,
that makes it
anything bad about Mountain Dew that you know of?
They're owned by Pepsi.
Yeah, oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Mountain Dew causes sterility, impotence, and I forget what other thing is caused by it. I believe if you drink enough Mountain Dew, code red, you can actually get Parkinson's.
Now, wait a minute. If Mountain Dew was that bad, my ex-husband wouldn't have been able to knock me up twice.
What? Well, how much Mountain Dew is it? I gave it up.
We're talking about like a couple 2 liters worth a day.
Oh, God bless him.
That's quite a bit.
Is he currently deceased?
No, but not for lack of trying.
Oh, shit.
It's person. My father, I think I've said it before, he was an 8-pack a day man, a Campbell double wide non-filters. It was stopping smoking that killed him. When he stopped smoking is when he got sick. So yeah, I trust.
I say that shit about my grandmother. Like the day she quit smoking is the day she's gonna die.
So here's the crazy thing. Growing up, my mom and dad, when they divorced, my dad was like a chain smoker. All right, like the filters, no filter. Never understood that. They called them filters without filters. But anyway, so he'd smoke those, 2 packs a day or so, or he'd do his, roll your owns. And then when I never got really that sick, and then they split up, and I went to go live with my mom, who never drank, never smoked, or nothing yet. I got ear infections, sore throat, strep throat, all kinds of shit. And then I went to go move back in with my dad, and I never got sick. So, and he was smoking inside too. So it's just like,
okay, then
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a genetic mutant, or
I can agree with that. Being haunted by a plague demon.
Well, one of the things is actually that the nicotine in the air actually kills off all the bacteria.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe.
Oh, and prostate, real quick. What was that thing you said about football? Is it nine red monkeys chase pigskin or something?
What?
No, it's what Scooby said.
I called them. I said a bunch of hopped up Roid monkeys in Spandex running around inside a stadium chasing a stuffed pigskin.
Oh, I thought we were going to play some kind of dark Dr. Seuss game here for a second.
I found out how to edit the name of the show. So we got Prince Ubuntu blocks the way, 9 Roid monkeys, and what did you say? Spandex.
Yeah, a bunch of Roid monkeys in Spandex.
It's 11
around the stadium.
Yeah. Actually, 22 if you count both teams. But yeah.
Okay, we'll do 22 Roid monkeys then.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I live in Lindenhurst, New York. It's one of the only on the East Coast AAA Division I teams. Usually most of them are down like in Alabama and like Texas and shit.
Yeah.
Have a deep-seated, seething hatred for football players. So, that's part of the reason when all this shit was going on with the national anthem. At first, I was mad at these mooks, but then the other thing of it was, I said, okay, well, at least they're slitting football's throats, so I can't be too angry.
Got you.
Oh, for God's sake, too long.
And
sorry, I don't like football. Sorry.
Hey, Ajax, you got our NFL update?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Colin Kaepernick, still a cocksucker, still unemployed. There's your update.
Don't mess with
Awesome.
that foosball, Bobby Boucher. It's the devil.
Are they still doing that take a knee bull crap?
Who cares, man?
Fuck them. They can go scratch.
Season's over, I think. What are they doing in the quarterfinals, semifinals? I don't even know, man.
Yeah, next up is the conference finals.
Yeah.
You know, I was a Jets fan. And I gave away about $3,000 worth of merchandise when they signed Michael Vick. I haven't looked back. So fuck him.
Holy shit! Wasn't he the one that was fucking fighting dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
So wait a minute. This dude takes a knee for America. That's cool. They won't give him a job again. But you race and fight dogs, and they'll just keep you on. That's great.
Yeah.
NFL's probably fucked.
That's part of the reason I stopped going to the games, because I said, I know my mentality. I'll wind up waiting in the parking lot for this motherfucker to leave through the tunnel, and I'll drive my car right over him. So I stopped going to their games.
So, Pox, is that supposed to be based mama?
Oh, yeah, dude. I found this. I just haven't changed it yet. I found it. It's the most glorious fucking art I'd seen in months.
In the chat. Holy shit. Hold on. I didn't even know there was going to be up. Holy crap. All right, let me give him a wrench.
Yeah, you've got a couple in here, man. Actually. Good.
Awesome.
Yeah, that whole situation. They're tired of hearing about it, dude. I had fun with it. It was fucking great watching all that shit go down. But I pissed quite a few people off. Made a bunch of people uncomfortable. It was fun.
I'm amazed that Kilroy is still going on. That's what Hammer was saying yesterday.
No. They're still
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, what's
Still go.
Oh, Kilroy?
Don't do it, Scoop. This is a money pit. If you go to throw eggs at somebody. That would be my advice.
Well, it's like I told Diogenes when he asked me, he's like, who's speaking? I told him, I said, I don't know, and I don't particularly care. I'm just going for the experience. You know, I'm a journalist. I'm just going to show up there.
There's a rumor going around the interwebs that they're trying to basically rope Count Dankula into a lawsuit later because he was apparently trying to cancel, but nobody would get back to him, so he doesn't know if they're going to try to just avoid him and put him on the ticket anyway, so that way later when he doesn't show up, they can be like, hey, give us money.
Hasn't he been through enough?
They got to make up that hemorrhaging somewhere.
Dude, just from what I watched go down, I don't think these people really give a fuck what anybody else is going to have to go through, man.
The Crown's is draining him bad enough through his lawyer, man.
Okay.
By stretching this bullshit out.
Wait a minute.
I was getting ready to say they're trying to kill him with the slow death of 1,000 cuts, it seems like.
Exactly.
I think I remember hearing him say that he got a lawyer paid for because at first they were trying to make his wife pay with the money that she received from her relative that passed away, that she was legally obligated to like put towards a house, and that I guess they were actually paying for his counsel, or a guy stepped forward and was willing to defend him for pretty much next to nothing, but still he's getting charged something.
Damn.
Hey, I got a question for everybody. Does anybody know if the TAC conference ever put out any merchandise like t-shirts or anything like that?
I know where you're going, man.
I have no idea. I don't think it got that far. I think when people saw $400 a ticket, they told them to fuck off.
Man. Oh, Lord. Best toilet paper ever. TAC shirt.
T-Tac shirt?
So I was going to wear one at VidCon.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Sure, I try to track. If Steve Shives shows up, I'm gonna try to track him down and get his autograph.
Sign this for me.
Hey, NightCrows, real quick. Old man
and he'll refuse, and I will finally be blocked by Steve.
You know, he doesn't have me blocked on Twitter either.
Really?
I noticed that the other day. I started seeing his tweets, and I was like, holy shit, it's this shitbag.
If I find a TAC t-shirt, I will send you a link.
A T-Tac?
I don't know. You know, I found him on Minds. I think he actually was going to attempt to use that social media site, and he didn't make it 3 days. But he was smart about it. He snatched up both of the both versions of Steve Shives that would make it look legit. He made one like a dummy account, and then he made one that he tried to use Shives parodies.
Well, at least he's not a complete idiot.
Your nephew in the chat.
I don't think he's dumb. I think he's just he doesn't. I just think he's sensitive. He's a sensitive man. Six.
Like a penis.
No, you can call me Sticks. He has a much higher sub count than I do.
The next 6 minutes.
Check this out. I went to the TAC website. It says, to all interested parties, we regret to inform you that TAC has been officially canceled. Tickets purchased through Eventbrite will be fully refunded, and our Eventbrite page has been shut down. We are in the process of winding down lingering components of the conference. If you book the hotel for the conference, whether it's the Roosevelt Hotel or any other, please contact the hotel and cancel and make cancellations. The TAC team was obligated to cancel the conference after concerns were raised regarding the behavior of TAC's founder. We would like to thank those of you who brought this behavior to our attention. We apologize to anyone who is insulted, misled, or given false information. We sincerely thank each of the speakers, volunteers, coordinators, staff, and other personnel that joined us in our efforts. Despite the issues that TAC faced, we hope that the atheist community will fight on to live in a world where honest, evidence-based view of reality is the norm. like Steve Shives.
Bullshit. Yeah. Yeah. Evidence, my ass.
Good old honest and transparent Steve.
Still need evidence that he has a penis, because I don't know any man that'll let him have his man card.
See, here's the thing. He's just trying to be honest and get people woke, just like the flat earthers. They're just trying to help us.
Oh, man. I got a buddy of mine that's getting into the flat earth shit.
You know what's really funny?
Oh, my God. Shoot the motherfucker. Get it over with.
Steel cage match.
Man, I'm trying to explain scale. Like, I'm trying to, because he was on this trip about fucking pictures from space and shit, and I'm just like, dude, do you not understand the scale of what you were looking at when you look at a picture of a planet? Like, and I don't know, it made my brain hurt so bad.
Hey, Pox, you know what would be massively entertaining?
What's
Steel
that?
cage match, flat earthers versus the hollow earthers with broken bottles.
No, because
which side would Alex Jones be on?
When they form an alliance, it's done, dude. Because the Earth can be flat and hollow at the same time. Theoretically,
you know, Pox, you got to ask this guy. You got to say, okay, I'll concede that the Earth is flat. You have to tell me though, what's holding it up? The giant turtle with the elephants on its back, or Alex?
Everybody knows that, Scooby.
The blue whale is holding it up.
Shit. The turtle holds the Earth up.
Our Messiah Terry Pratchett told us so.
I was just gonna say you beat me to it, 6.
Yeah, because if it was round, it'd roll off the turtle's back.
Yeah,
so it's got to be
turtle. You don't fuck with cosmic turtle, son.
Oh man, the whole sector of people in India just face palming when they hear this shit too.
Nah, dude, they love me.
Sure.
Just walk up, just start rambling this crazy shit. They'd probably think I was the reincarnation of some crazy monkey god.
You know, you should really tell him that you should fuck with him and tell him he's appropriating Hindu culture.
Apparently, the drinking word for tonight is monkey. When you hear the word monkey, take a drink.
Nope, he said it.
Happy birthday, Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh. Wow.
I didn't say anything about that.
I celebrated by watching those cartoons today. What did you do?
Oh God. I completely forgot what day it was. Now I feel like my entire day was like horrible because of all the shit that I did. Like it's got like these overtones to it now.
they were I guess talking about it at school to my kid. So she was telling me all about who he was and stuff. So I had to look up a bunch of crap, read all about Martin Luther King and the speeches and the civil rights. This is a first grader, so that was fun.
Nice.
Indoctrination.
Yeah.
Absolutely, right? That's why.
These SJWs, oh my God, these screwballs now.
You guys want to feel better about yourselves? Well, I can help you do that.
Please do.
Because I have many a story of people who have done far worse things. Oh, all right.
Got some news for you, or do you want to kick it off with the Prince of Ubuntu?
Tales of Florida.
All right, this isn't exactly a Florida man story, but this one's kind of this one hits a little close to home.
Oh God.
Oh.
This one hits a little close to home because the guy behind this is from San Antonio.
Oh.
Wait, so he's from San Antonio and he moved to Florida?
No, he's from San Antonio. I don't know where he's living right now, but he's. All right, I'll read this, and if the context clues can show you where this guy is currently residing, then so be it. All right, police charge man with threatening to take some innocent lives at Jags Steelers game.
What in the flying fuck?
Yep. Police have arrested and charged a Texas man with threatening to kill fans and players during Sunday's NFL game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. KSAT 12 in San Antonio reports. Let's see. An affidavit obtained by KSAT 12 states that 30-year-old Utana Chuchungal of San Antonio.
Fuck.
Repeat that.
Oh, he's got it.
Just had a stroke, or was that the name?
No, it's an Indonesian name. We have something of a large sort of Asian population that's in
from Indo fucking Wakistan.
Yeah, we have a rather sizable Asian population, mostly Chinese, Vietnamese, and a growing Indonesian population apparently. And
Indo-Chinese food is good.
Yeah.
So, are we allowed to call it Indochina again?
It's better than calling it Indo-Chink.
I ain't stopping.
I don't know about that. That is fucking amazing.
Fucking chinks.
Indochina again.
An affidavit obtained by KSAT 12 states that the 30-year-old Utana Chuchungal of San Antonio sent a message to KDKA TV in Pittsburgh and Heinz Field officials this week, threatening to kill players and fans before taking his own life at Sunday's game. So apparently he was going up to the game and was going to do this.
Wait,
and
this at the game?
Yeah, that's what his plan was. This Sunday's playoff game in Pittsburgh is going to be like no other, Chuchungal allegedly wrote. Why? Because it's going to be my last day on this pathetic planet. So why not take some innocent lives with me? The Steelers game will be packed, and that's when I plan to kill Steelers football players and fans before taking my own pitiful life. After all, what does a person that is going to commit suicide have to lose? Absolutely nothing. So why not take out some $1 million Steelers players before me? Sounds like a good idea. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Yes. He actually wrote that. Okay.
He's like the next Edward Roger.
The moral of the story, never trust anybody named Timmy Tonga.
There we go.
You're telling me
if it turns out that his profile is hacked.
This board actually put this up on the internet. Are you shitting me? What kind of jackass does that?
Well, we'll find out here. The FBI traced the message to worldwide clinical trials in San Antonio after Heinz Field and KDKA alerted them of the threats, according to the affidavit. Both threats were sent from the same IP address. Workers at the facility helped officials identify the suspect as Chuchungal, who has been a medical subject in 25 clinical trials at the lab since 2011. Chuchungal has been charged with making a terroristic threat.
I think that's more of a dumbass threat, but sure, whatever.
Yeah.
You think maybe some of those tests had something to do with that? Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe, guys. Maybe he was being tested on by Mountain Dew.
Maybe that's the CIA front. He was part of MK Ultra.
So you're telling me?
Definitely
you're
MK
telling
Ultra.
me-
25 tests done on him. Fucking hell, he had to have been MK something.
So are you telling me that he was doing the do?
Do it yourself.
I think if anything, he was a lot of do bar.
They gave him a heap of LSD and submerged him in Mountain Dew for 12 hours.
Recruitment music to boot.
Yeah, I am actually curious though. This could actually be tied to all that shit they've been testing on him. You know, maybe he was looped up on something.
What was the name of the company that was tested on?
That would have been. Let's hold on. That is. If this thing will actually load up again. Load up, you bastard.
While we have dead air for a second, dude, Red, it's good to see you here.
Oh, hey, thank you. All right, Prostate sent me the link. He let me know you guys are doing some stuff, and I hadn't got a chance to do much with you guys.
Yeah, she was talking about how
I
much
keep trying to
she
catch
liked
Six's minutes.
Yeah.
I keep trying to catch his shows.
6 minutes.
6 minutes. Sorry, I'm doing like 3 other things too.
The best time to
You're not playing Warframe.
TikTok streams. Those are getting really
No,
good.
I'm not playing Warframe. I am not playing Warframe.
Worldwide.
Mark's playing Warframe. And he's dragging my corpse with him.
Yeah. Corpse dragging.
The name of the place is in the side chat.
I haven't heard of that place offhand. Worldwide.
Oh, okay. So they just.
That sounds like
I'm
a
guessing
CIA
it's
name,
one of those
doesn't it?
testing-
Yeah, it does
those,
sound very
medical facilities that's just in charge of testing for the manufacturers. Huh? So, fuck, you probably wouldn't be able to find out what kind of shit they were actually testing then.
Telling you, man, it's Mountain Dew. It's making a fucking frogs gay.
He's doing the do.
They doed it too much.
Oh shit!
That's an expert level doing of the do, going up to Pittsburgh and trying to blow up players. I guess he got had to rage quit Madden one night, and that's how he got his idea.
People still play that?
Yep, they do.
What a
Why don't you go outside and toss a football around for a change?
Is John Madden even still alive?
John Madden? I have no idea.
I think they froze him in somewhere and stuck him in the Alps.
Like Walt Disney?
I thought got a cryo bus now that just tours the country. With all the other games.
He's a decent guy, but all I ever remembered about the dude was that he pretty much stated the obvious about everything.
No shit.
But that sucker had energy, boy.
Yes, he did.
Energy for days.
Yeah, boy.
He had the same energy I had when I started this whole thing.
He knew the way.
He knew the way.
Somebody who knew the way.
Oh god. Otis Wolf knows the way.
And we're just gonna mute him real fast.
That knows the location of the queen.
That was actually a great way to lead into the story I wanted to talk about. This happened. This leads up to what happened late last night when we were doing. What was it last night? Night before? Yeah, it was late last night. Anyways, for those of you who aren't aware of who Prince Ubuntu is, there's this Ugandan South African scheme several years ago, in which this alleged prince of South Africa would reach out to other people and would attempt to give them money, but he'd run into snags along the way, and he'd ask you to send money, and he'd say, all right, I've had this trouble getting out of the country, these guerrillas are shooting people, blah, 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 but if I give this guy $300, he can smuggle us out of the country, so, if you give me $300, where I get to you, I can, give you $500, and just every other time he'd give him money, he'd want to up in the ante again and again and again. And ironically, there was an evolution of this, and my good buddy over here, Nightcrow, almost got snagged by it, but he caught the motherfucker. And tonight I wanted to let this motherfucker be known that anyone on Twitter that goes by the handle of Linda Hank 121
What?
yeah, I shit you not.
Yeah,
That's
this
a very
is
Christian
actually a
name.
thing, and I kind of have like lost a lot of pride over it.
Don't worry, man. You're not the first to fall for this shit, but we're gonna do our damnedest to make sure you are the last motherfucker to be get scammed by Prince
You
of
said
Ubuntu.
Prince of Ubuntu money?
No, I definitely not. But that was where I
Never.
It was nothing like
Never
that. It
give
was
money to a black man.
Burnsides, please explain it, man.
It's a shitty investment. There's no return.
That's your first mistake.
I definitely
was
did
back
not
in-
Bicycle parts.
no money towards Prince Ubuntu, whatever fucking bitch ass motherfucker he is.
No,
I'm just saying that he came through for me. That's why I have my mic and my setup, and that's
That's
why I'm a
probably-
huge YouTuber now.
Yeah, it's probably not anybody in Africa. That Ubuntu is a type of software. Yeah, I can't remember. They call it a framework kind of
Like
thing.
I could be wrong in the name, but that's the one that I remember hearing. But the moral of the story is that apparently there's still assholes doing this thing.
Yeah, they are.
Of course there are, because
We're
there's
good.
idiots to be separated from their money.
So is it the name Linda Bachman? The
Yes, that one.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm looking at the page right now.
Well,
Yep.
here's the thing that this kind of segues into something. Scooby, I just want to let you know I'm gonna have your money soon, but I need about $50 so I can get to my bank account. And I can give you 500. Just wire me that. Patreon.com/white-YouTuber. Yeah.
Sure, you got it,
For the
definitely.
lift.
Well, there's an update to this story because one of the guys that first started all this African prince nonsense, they actually caught him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus.
He lives just north of New Orleans.
Fuck my leg.
So what? Wait, are we talking about the OG, like from the one who started this shit way back in the 90s?
I think so. Yeah.
Holy
Well, I mean,
fuck!
Africa, New Orleans, kind of the same thing. I don't know.
He was
You know,
homesick. He was trying to go home.
Dude, they have to be lenient on this guy. He's a fucking legend, man.
He knew the way.
actually- I hate saying this. This reminds me of the story I heard when I was a kid about Uncle Gasparo. We actually had a thing in the neighborhood. It's famous at this point. Selling people the Brooklyn Bridge. Uncle Gasparo took it one better. He actually had deeds printed up.
I got some oceanfront property in Arizona for you.
Yeah, he actually sold people deeds to the Brooklyn Bridge.
There was a guy who actually did that. He sold the Eiffel Tower twice.
Yeah,
I am a proud owner.
Yeah. Oh God, I wish I could look it up right now. But yeah, there was a guy who actually sold the Eiffel Tower twice.
Wow.
It took him like I think 10 or 15 years for them to actually catch him and bring him up on charges. And oh God, I want to say in like the early 1900s.
I mean, best damn realtor ever at that point.
well, that was
Right.
a thing. That was a theme around here. That was actually a big con. People around here would sell people from out of town to Brooklyn Bridge. It was,
Take a piece of history with you.
Yeah.
That's almost like a meme in itself. You
Yeah.
know?
Speaking of which, Walrus, I have this thing I need to ask you. I have this great oceanfront property in Florida. There's kind of a couple weirdos in Florida. You might have heard that, but it's actually not true. It's not like we do a segment on that, but I can sell it to you.
It's not like you have a trailer park in Florida you're trying to sell us, are you?
Hey, I
No,
know
it's
exactly
gonna be-
which weirdos you're talking about. I know exactly which weirdos
There
you're
are
talking about.
no
Here's a story
sinkholes.
about them.
I've always kind of thought that whole buy a star thing was like an evolution of that scam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already know. It's
Well, at
to say
least
they're
you
not
know what
selling the exact same star. I know there's like way too many to even count, but
Yeah.
you know
It
there's
gets, it
people
gets better than
selling the
that.
exact
There's
same
a
coordinates
company-
over and over.
There's a company that sells real estate on Mars.
And the moon.
Well, here's
they've
my
got one for
business
the moon, too?
proposition is
Fucking
that
nice.
I can sell you guys this amazing star. You actually see it in what we call the daytime. It makes everything really bright. I can
Yeah.
sell that to you for $500
Leave
African dollars.
Only if you can get me the
Oh.
moon for half price.
Deal.
All I had was
Done.
rules.
That's the
Guys,
cheap for cheap
Vincent,
because the moon ion's got a crack in it.
Oh boy. Okay, here's
let's
a
delete the stream.
here's another story
We
from
can go
Florida.
Get these bastards. Every fucking Prince of Ubuntu, every scheming son of a bitch. So everyone out there, avoid this Linda Hank 121 person. Report the fuck out of them. If you see anyone else like them, let the authorities know so that nobody else winds up blocking D-Way.
What you should do is strike up a conversation and just never give them any money, but start leading them on like you're gonna send them money. See how crazy you can make that conversation. Before
Those
they
are
just
always fun.
hold it.
That's a good idea.
I love it when the phone people like that shit, man. I have a
Yeah, my old lady does that shit.
Oh, there was a guy I was watching that he has a YouTube channel, and he had one of those scammers call him trying to help him with his computer. And it's the one where they end up hacking into your system, but he managed to get into theirs because the idiot screen shared with him.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, he got in and he locked him out of the computer, and he's like, oh, shit, this is my boss's computer. You have to let me in. It was awesome.
I do not know the way.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Well, I've got a good story for you there, Burnside. Let's see.
Enlighten us.
I will. A Florida attorney and former police officer and 2 others arrested for cocaine trafficking. A Tampa attorney, who is also a former police officer, is one of 3 men arrested for drug trafficking charges this week. Detectives with the Polk County Sheriff's Office and the High Intensity Drug Trafficking Task Force arrested 66-year-old Robert Carr Thursday, along with 37-year-old Brandon Byers and 24-year-old Logan Sebring. Carr served the Tampa Police Department for 5 years, according to deputies. He is now an attorney who owns the Resolute Law Group, or he did. Investigators say Carr is representing Sebring in a previous criminal case. Not anymore.
Here's the thing that I immediately thought of. It has been a bad few weeks for anybody with the name Logan.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Just think about it. I can see this guy like, hey, look, I can get this great deal. It's like, all right, I'm covered under lawyer, confidentiality, right? Yeah. Well, man, I can get a great deal on like a kilo or 2, maybe 4 of cocaine, man, like at a third of the cost. What do you think? And the lawyer, the 66-year-old man goes, God.
Attorney-client privilege, you say?
Like I said, man, I'll take that deal. Just throw in a star that I put my name on because, I'll own that for life. I don't know.
Detectives say they began investigating Byers after becoming aware of possible drug trafficking. When an undercover detective arranged to meet him for a transaction, Byers said he would be coming with his supplier, who needed to see the money first. According to the affidavit, the transaction was one of 4 kilos of cocaine at $25,000 a kilo. So you do the math there. Before the transaction, authorities say the 3 suspects were seen in the parking lot of a restaurant in North Lakeland. Byers was spotted in a Ford F-150 while Carr drove a Kia Optima, because why not, with Sebring as his passenger. According to the deputies, all 3 men were looking into the trunk of the Kia before they left to go to another nearby parking lot for the transaction. The affidavit states the undercover detective then met the 3 men and was given a backpack with cocaine. Deputies say they recovered a total of 998.41 grams of cocaine. All 3 men were arrested and are now facing several felony charges. It doesn't matter what walk of life you come from. If you come into Polk County with the intent to sell drugs, you're likely going to end up staying in Polk County as our guest in the jail. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd said in his statement. It doesn't matter if you're an attorney, a former cop, or in this case, both. We're going to lock you up.
Partner.
Emphasis there.
Oh, Lord.
So here's another Florida story.
Yeah.
Man charged with feeding alligator that bit off his hand. So basically, what's happened is old mate's taken a few people to alligator infested waters in Florida, and he's trying to feed a alligator. He's holding a fish, and the alligator's jumping up, and it's taking his hand off with the fish, and he's being charged as if losing your hand wasn't bad enough. He's already getting charged for it.
Could you say that he's paying an arm and a leg for it?
No.
Hey, we got to give this guy a hand.
Just one.
I'm just curious. This guy, does he have like a red beard?
I don't know, but he was going for the 5-finger discount.
No, because I went to an alligator farm down in outside of Miami. I think it was in like 2012 or 2013, whenever that Flocka attack happened. Because I think I told you I was down there for that. The guy was this ginger, and he was really for lack of a better word, really backwoodsy type. And yeah, he was sitting there and he was doing all this wild shit with the alligators. And I kept turning to my wife. I'm like, this guy's going to lose a hand. That's why I was just curious if it was the same guy.
Nah, it's this guy's an old bloke. He actually looks like a pedophile.
Well, there is somebody that I certainly want to throw to the alligators. And after I read the story, I think most of you will feel the same. Apparently, a babysitter leaves kids alone in house to go home and sleep.
Oh, God.
Oh, hell.
Unbelievable.
This doesn't sound awful, but you cut out on my end when you said that. So everybody just reacted, and I'm like, I want to do a fake reaction. Oh, man, that sucks, but I have no idea what the context is.
Fasten your seatbelts, man, because I'm about to go over it again.
Mulligan.
A babysitter in Florida is accused of leaving 3 young children home alone for more than 2.5 hours. Jeannie Burns, 59, was arrested Thursday on charges of child neglect. One of the abandoned children called 911 after Burns left the home. The kids ranged from ages 5 to 8 years old. Deputies said when they arrived at the home, the children refused to let them in. A 4th child showed up and turned over Burns' phone number, according to the report. Investigators said that Burns, who was supposed to be in charge, told the kids she left to go to Walgreens. But later she admitted to going home to sleep. Holy shit. The children's mother, who was at work, was called back to the home, investigators said. So.
To be honest, at first I was going to make a joke, like, oh, I probably just went home to sleep. So I thought you were going to say something horrible, like, went to a drug deal or something like that. But, I don't know. You stole my joke, and I hate you for that right now.
No, it was actually the Daily News that stole your joke.
Okay, well,
reality.
To be more specific, Megan Cerullo. So you can blame her.
Send you a DM, my buddy, and we need to talk about this because I feel a little slighted.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Okay, Megan Cerullo. I'll send you the name here.
Oh, God. Imagine if I actually did that and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You stole my joke, you son of a bitch. Cerullo.
Florida man gets herpes from monkey. All right, there we go.
It means something about the color blue in Italian.
What, Azor? Oh, wait, yeah.
Cerullo?
The way.
You're thinking of cerulean blue.
Ceruleus? Yeah.
Cerulean.
Yeah, because I always heard blue when I was a boy. It was Azor.
Cerulean City. That was an amazing place in Pokemon Red.
Damn straight.
Cerulean blue is one of my favorite shades of blue. In fact, I have a lot of it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of favorite colors.
The only thing I know about Pokemon is you get the kid the yellow rat with the tail like a lightning bolt and you're good.
Yeah, I was gonna say my favorite color. I have a few. I actually have 50 shades of one color that I really like.
Let me guess, pink.
Gray.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, it's derived from the Latin word ceruleus, dark blue or dark blue green. So, I thought.
Cool.
Ceruleus. Locus ceruleus is a part of your brain where all your fear locates.
Cool. So if they ever make like a Roman Smurf figure, you name it Ceruleus.
Yeah, they say it's the amygdala, but there's a certain area on your amygdala that's this little blue area, and that's where all your fear occurs.
So when you're sad, you're not really feeling blue. It's when you're afraid you feel blue.
It's when you're about to shit your pants in fears. When you're really
The only time I've ever had anything blue in me is when, oh God, she leaves right before I mean, what?
I was gonna say, are we gonna hear another one of these stories that we need to have a do we need to maturitize the stream?
Oh shit! I gotta go and slap more labels on this thing.
Can't freaking get that damn thing in focus, but
Azul Cerulo.
Ah, I see.
Did you just curse at me?
Yes.
Say so.
Good.
There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, it's both. Yeah, there's Azul. Yeah.
Here's another Florida story. McDonald's employee pulls a gun during fight in the restaurant. Now, I'm Australian, so I can't really comment on gun laws, but what do you guys think about sort of restaurant employees and just employees in general dealing with customer service being armed?
Oh, God, I used to be in restaurant food service. If they'd ever let us carry, there wouldn't have been that many customers.
Yeah, me too.
All right. I'm just saying.
Oh, shit.
Up here, they used to have this thing. All of our restaurants, like you go into McDonald's, you go into Burger King, you go into Wendy's, they used to have bulletproof glass between you and the people who would take your orders. For whatever reason, because it hurt people's feelings, they took out all the glass.
Oh, fucking hell.
No, there's a movement to do that in Philadelphia to take out the plexiglass.
Yeah.
It's absolutely hysterical. Yeah, this dumb broad wants to get rid of everyone's bulletproof glass.
Glass is racist.
Well, no, that's what they're saying. Is saying that the plexiglass is making it seem like it's like discriminating against people, but it's like no, it's
racist.
These are in crappy neighborhoods. I'm sorry, but it's true. And these are like liquor stores. And
Are you
stuff
saying
like
they're in
that.
shitholes?
They're saying they're in black neighborhoods.
Yep. They're in the darkest part of the ghetto where the 48
people do a lot of sneezing.
Them poor Asian people. I'm sorry, AP. I just totally stole your thing, by the way.
Yeah, well, they did that over here. They took out all the plexiglass already. So I'm all for arming the people at McDonald's.
God damn.
Oh, hell yeah. Would you like some bullets with that?
So they take all the bulletproof glass out. It's just crazy, man.
Yeah, they take out
because it's racist.
Yeah, and they put in cameras instead. So so we can see them.
Yeah, no, that's fucking stupid.
With Philadelphia, though, again,
registers racist, right?
Yeah.
In Philadelphia, from what I heard, again, seeing off AP, but it was just like, well, why don't you just put an armed guard there? It's like, no, because that's even worse. Because we got to pay these people. Also,
I like the idea of snipers in stores.
Like, think about that too. You're gonna have a.
I think McDonald's needs a sniper on the dollar menu. That's what they need.
Think about that. If you start arming people, though, like you're not full out shootouts if something goes down. So some plexiglass.
You know what? I look at it this way. If I'm sitting there and I'm in McDonald's and somebody comes in to rob it and everybody behind the counter pulls out their piece, I'm hitting the deck and screaming out, "Waste the motherfucker." That's the way I look at it. I personally, I feel if I knew in my neighborhood that if I went to go knock over a White Castle, I was going to get smoked, I'm not going to do it. You know, that's common sense. So for me,
common sense isn't common anymore, though.
Maybe do it like the air marshals. One of the customers is a plant and heavily armed, and nobody knows who it is.
I'm fine with that. I'm so fine with that.
I was just watching a story the other day, and it's vague in my memory right now, but it was two people went into a store. They pulled out a gun, and they're like, give us the money, blah, blah, blah. Theft prevention had a gun and actually shot them, and they kept yelling, our gun is fake, our gun is fake. The guy just looked at him and said, well, mine's not.
As previously demonstrated.
Look, the way the law works here, I don't know how it is in other states, but if you walk into a place and you are armed and I am there and I'm supposed to stop you as a threat, you can scream it's fake all you want. Until you stop moving and you're cold, that's when I stop shooting. That's basically how it works.
That's right.
If you pull it out, you better expect to get checked. Seriously. You don't pull a gun out and expect people to just be like, oh, no, let's see if it's real first before I shoot you. No.
Well, what I can say is that there's one place that needs plexiglass, and apparently it's the fire hydrants in Florida.
Oh, God.
I love Florida.
And see, in Washington State, they took away plexiglass from bus stops and everything because crackheads were burning it with lighters and melting the shit.
Well, I mean,
apparently, there's two idiots.
Bro.
There's two idiots in Florida that have been charged with tampering with fire hydrants. So if your house goes up in flames in Florida, you're taking your chances. Let's see. Two 20-year-old men were charged with tampering with fire hydrants in Titusville and Mims. The Brevard County Sheriff's Office apprehended Bradley Taylor, 20, and Brian Shipley, 20, around 2 a.m. Friday for allegedly tampering with a hydrant in Mims. On January 11th, operators at the Morning Dove water production plant in Titusville were alerted to an increase in the water demand in the system. The demand grew dramatically over 5 times the normal amount of water flow for that time of the night, the report said. During the investigations, the deputies determined that the suspect opened 17 fire hydrants in Titusville.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
17?
And 4 fire hydrants in Mims. I guess they were trying to do the old what's his face from South Park?
Cartman? Oh no, Chaos Butters.
Yeah.
Professor Chaos.
Professor Chaos. They were trying to flood the earth.
Oh my
God! You can take the dome pieces off of the fire hydrant and you can scrap them. They were probably stealing them.
I guess.
Oh, fucking tweakers! That's what it was. It's Florida. It was tweakers.
Yeah. The operators of the plant were able to increase the amount of water into the plant to meet the unusual large demand for water and maintain system pressure. They then contacted police and fire department to determine the cause and location of the aberrant amount of water use. According to the report, due to the prompt action of the plant's personnel, Titusville was able to activate additional resources so that the integrity of its water system was maintained and all water quality and safety standards were met. Water utilities must maintain pressure within their water distribution system in order to prevent conditions which would allow contamination to enter the public water system, such as backflow by back pressure or back siphonage, so essentially sewage. Officials said tampering with fire hydrants is a crime that can cause significant impact to both safety and health of everybody on the water system. Taylor and Shipley were charged with prevent use of equipment, extinguishment of fire, whatever that
But here's
means.
the thing. If they're trying to quote unquote flood the earth, I mean, the water is just going to fall off because, I mean, the earth's flat. You know, it's not like
Don't credit these guys with rational thought processes.
What are you talking about? They're the geniuses of tomorrow.
They are dreamers. They're dreamers. Leave them alone.
They're thinking outside the box.
They didn't want their memes to be dreams.
They're dreaming of a wet Christmas is what it was.
Yeah, they were the wet bandits.
That could just be their alibi. Because
I see what you did with that Home Alone reference there.
Yep. Are you thirsty for more? Oh boy. So I want to, of course, say thank you to Colleen Bernier, our senior Florida staff reporter, for providing all these wonderful Florida man stories.
Thank you very much for your
Florida
journalistic
man.
integrity.
You're awesome, Colleen.
She'll probably end up killing herself.
Cryptic earlier, he apparently did some digging and he found out who Prince Ubuntu actually was. We don't know if that was the actual alias he used, but it turns out the actual identity of this son of a bitch.
Wait, don't dox me, bro.
Do it.
Do it.
It was some dude in Louisiana. Yeah.
They were just trying to make money to replace that hand during the alligator accident. That's what it was.
He was trying to make back all the money he lost on the Saints.
I'm not saying he was looking for a handout or anything.
He was trying to fund the wall.
Yeah, so
Oh,
anyone
Lord.
want to know what this Dingus Khan's name was?
Sure.
Bob.
No, Michael Nero. Nero. And apparently
Don't dox me, bro.
Was he the originator of Art Nouveau?
He's newer than old.
It was a Creole sounding name.
Yeah.
One of them French names.
You killed
So
it.
let's see. Okay, let's see. Sylvanas had an interesting story that she was posting up in Discord earlier. This is a good gosh. All right, 13 siblings held captive in filthy California home.
What in hell?
Is there any kind of other California home?
There's burnt down ones in the Los Angeles area.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
We call it the proper name is carbonized.
Ah, okay.
Carbonized. Oh, Jesus.
All right. A couple was arrested after police discovered that 13 people had been held captive in their California home in filthy conditions. Some shackled to beds with chains and padlocks, officials said Monday. The victims ranged in age from 2 to 29. The Riverside County Sheriff's Department said in a statement, a 17-year-old girl managed to escape from the residence in Paris, California on Sunday and called 911 from a cell phone she found in the house, police said. The girl claimed her 12 brothers and sisters were being held captive inside the home by her parents, some of them bound with chains and padlocks.
Oh, God.
The 17-year-old appeared to be only 10 years old and slightly emaciated, the Riverside Sheriff's Department said.
Sure.
Sheriff's deputies responded to the home and found the other 12 victims who appeared to be malnourished and very dirty, authorities said. All of them looked like children, police said, and officers were surprised to learn that 7 of them were adults.
Wow.
Several were shackled to their beds in dark and foul-smelling surroundings, Sheriff's Department said. David Ellen Turpin and Louise Anna Turpin, 49 and 57 respectively, were charged Sunday with torture and child endangerment. The Sheriff's Department said the couple has taken to the Robert Presley Detention Center in Riverside. Bail was set at $9 million each. It was not immediately clear if the suspects had an attorney or whether they had entered a plea. The 6 children, including the 17-year-old who escaped, are being treated at Riverside University Health System Medical Center in Moreno Valley. The 7 adults are being treated at Corona Regional Medical Center in Corona, authorities said. David Turpin, what's that?
I was going to say, just to be honest, like, why the fuck even give them bail?
Let's put them to death.
Yeah, once they get out on the street, someone's going to probably go for them.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, David Turpin is listed. Holy shit!
Turpin. It sounds like Derpin.
It sounds like
Okay.
turpentine. Oh my
Derpin.
God. Okay, you guys are gonna freak out when you hear this. Okay, David Turpin is listed as the principal of the Sandcastle Day School, according to a California Department of Education website. It was operated out of his home, the same nondescript suburban residence where the 13 victims were found. So this was kind of like sort of a, I don't know, his cult school commune. I don't know. The day school opened March 21st, 2011, and was described as a private school serving grades 1 through 12. According to the website, the status of the school is active. Neighbors said, what's that?
Were there actually other kids there or just his?
I think that was all just his kids. And
I was going to say, if he was fucking principal of school, like, who knows how many times, especially if they're that old, this could have happened.
Oh my God, I bet you he'd had some kind of thing going where he was getting some kind of funding for a school or something.
Right. Sounds like a
special
scam.
funding for like meals and stuff, even privatized schools, little like in-home like daycares and stuff. They probably got the license early and nobody really checked up on the licenses.
Yeah, yeah. Neighbors.
See, everybody wonders why I don't like in-home daycares or schools.
Yeah, neighbors said they knew a large family lived there, but they never saw any of the younger children. One neighbor told the station that she saw the parents being arrested early Sunday. The children were taken from the home in their pajamas, she said. They were very, very pale-skinned, almost like they'd never seen the sun, the neighbor said. And it was mostly girls, kind of small-framed, the neighbor said. Kimberly Milligan, a neighbor told CNN affiliate she thought the older children were much younger. I thought they were like 12 because they looked so malnourished and so pale. It's so sad, so horrible. Another neighbor, Jennifer Luna, told the station, shaking her head. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. The Turpins moved into the Paris home in 2010. Public records show the next year they filed for bankruptcy in California, according to court records. Ivan Trahan, an attorney who represented the couple at their bankruptcy hearing, told CNN there was nothing out of the ordinary about the couple when he worked with them in 2011. David Turpin made about $140,000 per year working as an engineer at Northrop Grumman, according to the bankruptcy documents. His wife occupation was listed as homemaker. They listed about $150,000 in assets, including about $87,000 from a 401k plan from Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman, according to court papers. The documents listed debts of about $240,000, which included mostly credit card debt and foreclosed farm in Rio Vista, Texas, valued at $40,000. Tehran said neither of the Turpins seemed upset that they were going through bankruptcy. They came out with a lot of debt. We just knew that there was no way they could make their payments, Tran said. The attorney said the couple spoke lovingly of their children and even showed them meat photos from Disneyland. In a previous conversation with CNN, David Turpin's mother, Betty, said the couple usually took vacations with the entire family in tow. The couple has 13 children, and they usually dressed alike when they went out, she said. Okay, I'm going to send you guys the link to this story, and it'll freak you the shit out because it is creepy as fuck.
Oh, God.
The thing is, that's still happening. Like, that's only one instance that's been caught. Like, God knows how many people are actually doing that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Particularly in the state of California.
Well, you said this is Paris, California, right?
Yeah.
That's SoCal, right?
I'm not sure.
All right, because more likely than not, he's going to wind up in Chino. And you know as well as I do, Six. When
he ain't going to live.
Yeah, once the Chicanos find out what he did, and that he was running a school for kids to boot, they're going to sodomize him to death. I'm not saying that being funny. That's literally what they're going to do. They're going to get his head stuck between the bars, and they'll fuck him for a day straight until he dies from it.
Yep.
So he'll get hit. Yeah.
That'll be a first. It'll be a great.
You got to check out this dude's haircut. It's something. It looks like he hasn't had a different haircut since like 1976.
Oh shit.
You know, I'm honestly, I hate saying this because it's going to sound morbid. I'm dying to see what way this guy is registered, and I'm just dying to see if he's a Democrat.
Slip in some news.
Yeah.
Slip the inmates some news.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh man.
Riverside County.
Okay, he's gonna go. He's in Riverside County.
All you gotta do is just look up an inmate and be like, "Hey, by the way, you just got a new inmate in here. This is his name. This is his charge." That info will spread like wildfire.
Oh yeah, there was. I told Six about it. My brother, may he rest in peace. He was my brother from another mother. He wasn't like blood. He was my best friend though. We had a guy in the neighborhood. He had a 15-year-old and a 21-year-old in the basement chained up. And
oh god,
he went upstate, and I called my boy, and I'm like, "Yo, this guy was in the neighborhood, and he was a blood, and he had two white girls chained in the basement that he was pimping out to other bloods." And I told him this. He says, "Oh, really? Okay, no problem, Scoobie." And so the guy was in county with my boy, and my boy was going to get released, and this guy was up on his bars, like leaning up against his cell on the phone. So my boy is big. He was my size. He was a little bit bigger than me. He was about 6'3", and he was like 280. And so this guy was up against the cell, and he reached out through the cell, and he grabbed him under the chin, and he started bashing his head up against the cell until his head actually got stuck between the bars. He crushed the guy's temples.
Nice.
So his skull got stuck there, and he left him hanging there.
He didn't even deserve to go out that good.
Oh no, he's still alive. He got 57 years.
Oh, holy shit! With his he's probably got a new shaped dome. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, he's gonna have to buy new hats now.
He's in a wheelchair and he has to use a colostomy bag because my boy crushed his skull. So little prick survived though. Yeah, I can't stand child molesters. I look at it this way. The post office, they put up the thing, you know, they show because of Megan's Law, they have to in this state. They put up in the post office where their address is. You know how many guys in my neighborhood have gone to their houses and light them on fire? Not the house. I mean, they'll go out to go to their mailbox, and guys will just roll up and douse them with like kerosene and torch them. It's happened a few times. You know, like we've had a lot of pedophiles. Yeah, pedophiles disappear in New York constantly. Constantly, they disappear.
Good. Disappear everywhere.
Yeah.
On another note, the fishes in the East River are looking surprisingly well fed.
I told you about that. Did you hear about a few years ago? We had it was a tragedy. It was the young lady that got buried down by the beach, and they went to go dig her up, and they found in that one area, and this is about maybe an area not even the size of a football field, they found 18 other bodies. They thought it was a serial killer. They were 18 unrelated bodies. They were literally 18 separate murders. They just all were stuck in the same area.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they did. I think the final count when they were done down there, this is where I used to work, by the way. The final count when they were done was, I think, between 36 and 48 bodies they found over the course of like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, because the thing, you know, you literally, if you couldn't like sink them out in a boat, you would just go to the beach and dig a hole and stick them in the ground, and that's it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah. I told Burnside.
Many bodies over 3-4 years.
Something like that. They found like dozens of them when they were.
That's one summer for us in the CalSag channel.
Like here, what they do, it's the people like you go to the marsh or whatever, and you know, like going fishing or whatever. It's like, oh, there's another body. Well,
oh, here in Washington, they just put them in a prison and they put them on DSHS. They're special offenders, and they have their own special island called McNeil Island because they can't be released in society. And it's right there by a high school, so many daycares, elementary schools. It's on an island, but I mean, the special housing, they go into Western State, the hospital there.
You know, it's
just
up. Where they were sticking.
Welcome to socialist Washington.
I have a quick question for Red. DSHS? What does that stand for?
Department of Social Health Services. Basically, they go on Medicaid, and the state pays them money because they're disabled and they can't work. They're not allowed in society to get real jobs. So they get special money, they get special housing, they get food stamps, medical paid for, and everything.
They should get special bullets to the head.
Yeah, I was going to seriously fucking say that.
We call those hollow points.
I want you guys to understand what I'm talking about, where they had all these bodies. Wrap your head around this. This was the center island in the middle of the highway where the guardrail was. People were literally, they were literally pulling over with their hazards on and dumping bodies. People around here don't give a fuck. They were driving past, not even noticing. If you look on a map, I'm being dead serious. You look on a map, it's the center island of the highway where the guardrail is. That's where all these bodies were stuffed. People were literally pulling over, throwing on their hazards, and just dumping people. No one cares around here. We have more missing persons than anywhere else on Earth. People literally disappear all the time.
Have you heard about the killing fields down in Texas and Alabama area?
Oh, yeah.
They keep finding bodies there.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I always said, if anyone ever decides to go and excavate the park over in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, holy shit, you're going to find so many goys stuffed in that ground. Because I tell people all the time, you ever hear about how bad the Jewish neighborhood is in Brooklyn? No, you don't. The reason is no one leaves there to tell about it if they fuck up.
Damn. Wasn't Captain America from Brooklyn?
I'm sorry?
Captain America is from Brooklyn.
Yeah. Okay. He needs
no, not this part. This part I'm talking about. If you ever seen the movie Dybbuk, I think it came out like 2 or 3 years ago. It was a horror movie. It takes place, part of it, in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. That's the part of Brooklyn you go and you see all the Hasidic Jews walking around with the hats and the curls and the beards.
Right.
Yeah.
Williamsburg.
Yeah, you don't go into Williamsburg and fuck around. You won't come home. It's a known fact.
No, man, they serious motherfuckers back there, man. Shit.
Oh, yeah. You do not fuck around in a Jew neighborhood. I don't know where people get this idea that Jews are soft. You don't go into their neighborhood.
They are fucking tough motherfuckers, man.
Oh, yeah. You will not leave there. I tell people that all the time. My one nephew, he was fucking around. He was at a job over in Manhasset. And I told the boy, I said, You keep fucking around, Matthew. They're gonna wind up sticking you in sheep's head bay. You don't listen. Like
anybody that thinks that Jews are weak, I'd invite them to piss off the Mossad. Go ahead, piss off the Mossad.
Scooby, what was that shit that happened with the Hasidics in the black kids in like the 70s?
Oh my 70s? God, no, that was later than that. That was in the late 80s, early 90s. I was a kid when that happened. I actually was at the time, I was a few blocks away when that riot happened.
Oh shit.
And I hated it because the joke, my brother was such an asshole. He's like, yeah, did you hear about the riots? He goes, with whiskers and jerry curls everywhere. I'm like, you're such an asshole. Yeah, it was bad. They went into their neighborhood and they screwed around with those Jews, and those Jews beat the shit out of them, something fierce.
Fucked them up, man.
Yeah.
I got a quick question actually for Renegade, since he's on the other side of the earth from us. I mean, what would be, I guess, comparable for that for you guys? I don't exactly where you're from, but
basically white people versus everyone else. Because that's just how our culture is. You know, we've got what we call bogans. They'd be like your equivalent of rednecks, essentially. You know, sort of white ethno state wanting, you know. Anyone who isn't white is basically subhuman. That's basically what their mindset is. But we had something similar called the Cronulla riots. That's where a heap of Muslim gangs clashed with a heap of bogans. It lasted 3 days, and then everyone got pissed off, and then everyone got tired and went and drank beer.
Got pissed off, then got pissed.
This was literally where the two neighborhoods met. Like one side of the street was all Jewish, and the other side of the street was all black. So that's how come it went down like this. And they learned the hard way. You don't go into the neighborhood and fuck around. I got taught that as a boy.
Yeah, didn't Sharpton try to fuck? He raised some hell about it, but it was like, you know, the deal was that they, you know, the African Americans were the ones that kind of started all that shit, and the Jews were like, all they were doing was just, you know, like getting, you know, just defensive. It was all defense.
You know, Sharpton came out here over by me a few years ago, and I can't find footage of it because he tried to speak. I think it was when Amadou Diallo, when they held him down and they stuck that plunger up his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, those cops actually live in my neighborhood. So Sharpton, this is back before he had the lap band surgery, when he still looked like Jupiter. So he came out here, and he shows up at the town hall, and he tried to talk, and all the guys in the neighborhood were off that day, and basically they showed up. They were pegging him with beer bottles. They were throwing bricks at his crowd. You know, you got to understand, my neighborhood, it's known for being a tough cracker neighborhood. They say that with pride. You know, I got friends like who have like, you know, the shit tattooed across their knuckles that say shit like redneck. You know, so yeah, this is a Long Island redneck community. These people don't take kindly to Sharpton. So yeah, he spoke at the town hall, I think, for a whopping 5 minutes before he had to get the hell off the stage because they were throwing everything at him. I think they ran out of bottles and somebody hucked a cooler, and that's when he actually stopped talking. Yeah, but yeah, he ain't looked too kindly around here. He's rebel roused a lot of shit. But the things I was taught about, like when I was a kid, what I was saying is, and I'm saying this to all you guys: if you ever come out here to visit Manhattan specifically, and let's say you're over in Little Italy, across the street from Little Italy in Fulton Street, there's Chinatown. You can go and walk around. You can have a great time. You got to be across Fulton Street after dark because there's no guayos allowed across the street. That's just how it is.
Yeah, and don't make eye contact whatsoever.
Oh, with the Chinese?
Or anybody.
Oh, no. With the Chinese, this is the thing. You make eye contact and you smile with them. You got to smile at them. That's the thing. Especially if you see one of them triads. If you disrespect them, then they'll kill you. That's the thing with the Chinese. You got to maintain eye contact in their neighborhood. When those gang members stare you down, you got to make eye contact and nod. You got to immediately give them respect. That's one of the only ways you'll live. Because you got to remember, you got the triads there. You got the golden triangles. You got the dragons. You got all those different fucking gangs. And it's no joke. They'll kill you if you come into their neighborhood.
So I just wanted to tell Cryptic, did you? I don't know if you actually saw that, but I did show you the money.
That's what that was, man.
That's what that was. Yeah, in the chat he says, Next 6 minutes, show me the money. So I did.
Weren't you like showing some hollow points earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when we were talking about
Challenge
hollow
your piece
points.
next.
Yeah.
So Cryptic, did you see the money? Is Cryptic still there? Cryptic.
Bueller.
Marco.
Hold on.
Oh my.
Well, he either saw the money or he didn't.
Well, yeah,
You can always watch the stream later on.
Apparently, all the non-streamers in chat have just dropped dead all of a sudden.
Who?
Really?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm here. I'm just listening.
It's not moving for me.
Oh, you mean over on the chat side?
Yeah, on the chat. Yeah.
Oh, people want to join the hangout.
Who's running the air conditioner?
If somebody wants to jump in, I'm getting ready to jump out. I gotta get the kids to school tomorrow. Other shit.
Does anybody know who Bodog Pro is?
No idea.
Have fun, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, good night, Fox.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah, man.
See ya.
And no, if Cryptic asks, I will not show him my boobies.
You know, back when my husband hit his 100 sub count, he put out a Twitter poll and he's like, we could do, he said it's his tit reveal, my tit reveal, or a setup. And people voted for his, so they got his as a reveal. So
That was
my
glorious.
tits are out there on the internet.
That blows my mind.
What, that everybody voted for his?
Yeah, everybody on YouTube
He's
is
got like, at
fucking
the time
wrong,
he had like 6 or like 60 or something like that followers on Twitter, maybe that. And so and he added me, but I don't think everybody was paying attention to it because there were some votes for mine, but I think they were just calling his bluff on it. Like, yeah, we want to see Mercs.
Well, I'm an all-American male, and I always want to look at tits, female tits. I mean, just they're beautiful, and I like them.
Well, not all tits are created equally. If you look at that reverse rape image, I wouldn't want to stare at those boobs.
Yeah,
Those
but
ones
I'll still look
they
at them.
probably got those big saucer nipples that make it look like they're staring right back at you.
Well,
No, I can't agree with that one actually.
What was that dude? Remember that dude with the sausage nipples, man? It was on Twitter a couple months ago. Oh my god! It looked like he had like two slices of bologna on his chest. It was the weirdest looking shit. It's just wrong, man.
Well, by the way,
a normal chest. It wasn't like he had like tits or anything. He just had these humongous fucking nipples, man. Weird looking.
What in the hell did I just return back to after eating?
You know, we had a guy like that. We had a guy like that in high school.
We're having
We had a guy like that in high school.
discussion.
Yeah.
There
There was a guy in high school like that.
look
called
more
him,
attractive.
Let's
Oscar
go
Mayer.
tell the story. Oscar
No, I was
Mayer.
saying-
Yeah.
We had a guy in high school like that. That was his nickname, Oscar Mayer, because it looked like 2 pieces of bologna.
It looked it was more like salami. It had that darker, that salami color to it. It was weird, man. Just-
We used to bust his balls like, "Oh, OM, how you been, man?"
Well, by the way, my cat says hi to everybody.
Hello, kitty.
Hello,
Hi, kitty.
Six's cat.
Every once in a while, I post Twitter pictures of my husband's pussy wrestling with mine. He's got a Siamese pussy though. And I've got my pussy as a ginger pussy, so
Well,
so it works. I've gotten people a few times. I was like, "Hey, you want to see a ginger pussy?" And just tweet a picture of him.
that's awesome.
You gotta fuck with people, man. It's like on my
yeah,
Twitter,
I
it says I might be an asshole or I have an opinion.
Well, I may be a bit of a freak because I have 2 pussies.
But you don't have 2 assholes, so you're okay.
Oh, man.
God. Another Liz reptile.
Oh, that's funny.
All I need is another reminder that she exists.
Oh Lord, that's funny. Yeah.
So, well, it seems like you have an emotional relationship with.
No, not me. No. I do not qualify. I do not know the way. Not that way. No.
She is not your queen.
Negative.
Prince Ubuntu is blocked the way. Good thing for you. The way is Liz.
You'd have to spit on that to get any kind of less than like sandpaper traction.
Oh,
oh, good Lord.
I'd rather set my dick on fire with.
You'd go to spit on that and even your mouth goes dry.
You know, shit.
God, that hurt my everything. Oh my God.
So how are you holding up there, Burnside?
I'm doing all right. I got a little bit of food in my system. Been trolling these two jackasses in chat from the now non-existent Wikia.
What, it's gone already?
What?
Yeah. Long story short, when we were doing our Kekistan series, when we got to part 2, Old Man Rosa was like, "Hey, I found this Wikia thing." I joined it, and then apparently a few days ago, it's like some motherfucker took it down. And we had 2 of the termites in chat here who've been begging to get in here. One of them has to roll a fucking D20 again. He has to do it himself and not be so lazy, so he doesn't get a -3 penalty. The other one, I don't know, but there's a pair of termites from that I presume were from the now non-existent Wikia.
Is this like an RPG or is this like reality? I'm confused.
This is like an MMO.
Yeah, you treat real life like a game.
Yeah.
Oh man, like the episode of Luther, man.
Actually, Walrus, yeah, you nailed it on the head. There's actually a Kekistan Wikia website that we featured, that we got ourselves onto and stuff when we made the second installment of Backline. And a few days ago, apparently it just went up in flames or whatever. It read itself out of existence. And yeah, as one of the guys was like, "Hey, are you Bobby Rizzo?" I was like, "No, he was here a few minutes ago. You missed him." And it was like swearing, saying termite stuff. Like, I know who you are. You were one of the guys we keep fighting with on there. So he was like, "Oh, give me a mention." I was like, "Roll a d20." Huh? Roll a d20. Huh? What? Who? What? And I finally gave him the link that Pox gave me for rolling the d20 for the.
Hey, Birdside. Cryptic just messaged me on Discord, and there is something wrong with the chat.
It's the chats. I see the chat. It says
Yeah.
I saw over here on the side. He said there's something wrong with the chat. I've been typing. Hello. Yes, we see you. Yes.
We see you now, Cryptic, but
we choose to ignore you.
We see you, and you got it pretty mouth there, boy.
You got a purty mouth. Biscuits and mustard.
Roll a d20.
I don't actually
contribute
anything here. I just make really bad jokes.
It's all good.
Nobody's arguing with that.
I don't know. Should I spare these 2 termites and give them a mention since they've been reeing into the abyss, or should I make them both roll a d20?
Make them roll a d20.
All right, 1 vote for roll a d20. Anybody else?
Go for it.
I'm just a woman. I have no opinion.
Back to the kitchen.
Like, if we want to get legit about this, I could actually get my 20 sides. I mean, what? I'm not a geek. Don't worry about me.
No, you need your 100-side die.
What you need to do is you need to get a wheel. You need to get a wheel and put options on it and spin it.
I'm with the
I've got a
Aussie.
guy that can hook you up with that.
I got this guy.
You know, you're real.
Oh my God! All right, so that's 3 for roll a d20. Do we got any more takers?
You guys are gamer nerds. Have you guys heard the song "Roll a D6"?
Oh Lord!
That's a regular die.
Yeah,
6-sided.
Yeah.
Scrub.
Yeah.
It's got to be at least a D16 or nothing.
Standard cube.
All right. Without any objections, I'm going to tell both of them to roll
The D.
D20, and I'm going to give it back to
0.
Mike.
Roll the D.
And then lick the D.
Oh my.
I'm such a nerd. I have a D30 and a D100.
Nice.
Here's a little song for you over here in the chat, in the Hangouts chat, because if you post links in YouTube, they're still not working.
Am I wrong, or don't they make a D7?
I think so.
There's a 4-sided dice. There's, of course, it's the standard 6-sided dice, and there's a
3-sided dice. No,
actually, while we're on the gaming topic, while we're on the gaming topic, has anyone seen all that shit about all the pedophiles in the Magic the Gathering community?
I've heard Hawks was going on about that not too long ago.
Real fast, we're actually serious about rolling a die. I got my die out. So what are we rolling here, and what do we need?
Nerd.
Fuck off! I mean, so I'm gonna roll it here.
I'm gonna write a number down. Okay, I'm gonna write a number down. All right.
Okay, I just rolled. So
now, when I was originally screwing with these guys, I was telling them in order to get a mention, they have to get a 15 or higher. Is that fair, or should we give them a different?
Fuck, I rolled a 16.
And if they hit my number exactly, then they get a special no prize.
You know, Irate sucks their
for
dick.
them.
No, I ain't sucking no dick.
No prize.
Only dick.
You're gonna get an angry phone call now from Stan Lee.
Exactly, man. Where they're saying, where did Captain America come from? I said Jack Kirby's mind in my head. So it's like,
nice.
That was the number I had in mind.
What number?
17.
Oh, okay. So we got a 16 and a 17. That's what we rolled.
I rolled a 16.
I didn't roll anything. I just wrote down 17.
Okay.
So if you hit it exactly, then you get nothing.
What the fuck are you sharing?
It's like roll a D6.
Yeah, my wife hates this video. I made her watch it once.
Oh, all right. Well, guess what? Cephas 87, you lucky son of a bitch. You don't get the -3 penalty because GCF takes pity on your soul. So there you go, jackass. You got your mention, you damn termite.
Nice, Red.
Red, I'm going to be honest. I saw that bald guy in just in your frame, and I thought, oh, what is this Red's face reveal?
Yes, yes, it is.
To be honest,
I didn't know what I was looking at.
Bald man.
Yep.
I thought
that through webcam for a minute, and I'm like, what are you freaking out about? Oh, this is how the chat makes you feel.
Yeah. Hey, Burnside, we got a 4-minute warning here, buddy.
Okay. Ah, dun dun dun.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, what do we need to get out of the way?
Body count.
Yes.
Actually, surprisingly, we still don't have any stats. They must be still stuck in the fucking ice. That's like one of the first things I checked before I went to go start this thing. I was like, what do we have for stats? No stats still? God, you lazy bastards.
What kind of
Actually,
stats you
I
looking
wanted to ask you, Burnside. I seen Uncle Hotep had uploaded a video. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. It happened last week. Apparently some guy over by you, some black guy, got into a car accident and left the scene on foot and froze to death because of the weather.
Holy shit.
As one does.
Yeah.
Natural selection.
Yeah, you don't want to swim over here, man. When it gets about this time of the year, they normally freeze. And if you get stuck under them, you're stuck under them.
You're fucked.
Unless you're a walrus, you are made for that shit. So fuck you and your logic.
I'm not fat, I'm thick.
Got that thick.
I'm curvy.
You've got big bones.
Thick.
and a pretty face and a great personality.
Got a great personality.
I take you out on a nice dinner and then, politely give you some flowers, kiss on the cheek, and then never call you again. But yeah.
I'm going to politely put a brown paper bag over your head.
Oh, well.
Oh my god, I love it.
I guess we can, if you make the call there, Burnside, if you want to do the outros and shilling and stuff like that.
All right, sure. All right, everyone, plug your crap. I don't know if I should start from left. Oh, well, I can't start from the right because I'm all the way on the right. All right, from left to right then. GCV, plug your shit.
Thank you. I always get top billing of these things. I feel so happy. Hi guys, I'm GCV. I'm on Discord. Twitter is GCVFTW. The Temp and I are going to be hosting an after hours hangout for Whitey on Thursday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're also going to be doing a little fun Golf City thing on Temp's YouTube for a little kind of like hangout for Golf City. And then also, I don't know if any of you guys saw, I kind of wanted to talk about this bit, didn't get a chance, but I'm taking over for Politipod for a little bit. We had our first stream Saturday night. It was pretty amazing. So if you guys want to that, Red, I'd actually love to have you on it.
Okay.
I mean, fuck these guys, but
well, I try not to fuck too many guys on streams. It makes my husband a little nervous.
Oh my! Oh my!
Oh, and tell Merc that he's fucking awesome, and thank you so much for helping me with setting up my software.
All right. Oh, he did manage to get you. I told him, I was like, I tried connecting him with you and everything. I figured, I was like, well, I'll let them handle it from here because I am tech stupid. So.
Yep, we got stuff figured out. So
Awesome.
Thanks to Merc.
Merc, GCV says thank you for all the tech help.
Oh, wait. I think I programmed this thing to go on for another hour. It should have kicked off, and it didn't. Did I push the wrong button?
It never kicks off. You have to kick it
off
yourself.
unless you stop it.
Oh, okay.
You gotta do it yourself.
Okay.
Patreon.com/YouTuber.
Banned.
Oh man.
Okay, next in line, Ajax, go. Plug your shit.
Greater Ajax on YouTube, Minds, Gab AI, Periscope, and I have no idea why I have a Daily Motion account.
Isn't that like an empty bus that hobos violently masturbate into after they pee in your tea?
Well, it's not so much the bus; it's the station that's empty.
Oh, okay. So it's the bus station they sleep in and piss all over the place in. Oh, lovely.
Either way, there's violent masturbation. Next.
Okay. Next, Irate Prostrate. Plug yo shit.
Got the Friday night cream stream. Doing a thing on Saturdays with Sir Adamantine. Cream stream on Friday was with Red and Only and Geek Thulu and Melon Smithers. We always have a couple other special guests, usually somebody from the chats and somebody that's a little higher profile, usually content creators. So
yay,
it's fun.
It's fun stuff. Every once in a while, Red gets drunk and completely humiliates our top billing guests. So.
And yeah, Alex Jones occasionally rants.
And then we get the Geek Thulu. We've got Geek Thulu too.
Yeah.
Come to think of him, he was here earlier.
Yeah, he's playing Warframe again.
Ah, fun. Enjoy the Normesians.
That shit is crack.
Yes, it is. It's free crack. That's the best part of it.
My favorite crack was discount Fallout 4.
Oh, boy.
What pisses me off is when I give an asshole armor, he does not put it on. like literally, like whenever you get like those settlers to come to your fucking place and oh, thanks for saving me from the wasteland. It's like, oh yeah, here, make yourself useful. Here's your gun, here's your ammo, here's your nightstick, and here's your armor. Equips everything but the fucking armor, and it's like, fucker, where the hell you run around the boxes? Put this fucking Kevlar I gave you on.
At least they don't steal your power armor. I've had that happen a few times.
I actually had that happen. It was fucking hysterical. I got invaded by super mutants out of nowhere somehow. They bashed open the gate because I had apparently NPCs can open the gate even if they're hostile. So I was like, well, there goes that plan. So I'm getting mauled by super mutants, and fucking Marcy just gets in the power armor, and I'm like, how are they able to use my power armor?
Yep, you've got to die.
I was like, you're so lucky you're one of the fucking main characters that minds my shit, or I would shoot you.
Diagnosed with ADD when you was younger, maybe.
Yeah,
definitely.
A little bit, Frank.
Very meticulous because I gave it a nice paint job. I repaired it and everything, and I was like, from 3 and all the other ones I played, 3 in New Vegas, I'm like, okay, only I can use the power armor. And then just, up out of nowhere, nobody just hops in your fucking power armor, starts, helping you with the defense. So it's like, all right, that's cool, you're helping me with the defense, but why the fuck are you in my power armor, you peasant? I gave you a machete.
I own you.
Yeah, so anybody knows the solution to that, please, by all means, let me know. I don't like other mofos using my power armor. Very protective of it. All right. Next in line, NightCrow. Plug yo shit, buddy.
NightCrow. You can find my Twitter. That is Alexander Montoya at SpiritUp111, and my website is www.spiritup111.com. That's 3 1s.
Sweet.
Nice.
Okay, next in line, Red and Only. Plug yo shit.
I will plug my shit rather than plugging other people's because apparently that makes them uncomfortable.
Oh, Jesus.
You're going to eat a lot of prunes to get that.
I'm a terrible human being, I've been told. But I have my Twitter. It's Red and Only. It's the only one with that. My avatar is the same everywhere I go.
Awesome.
I'm getting my stream privileges back soon at the end of the month, and I won't show any more porn bloopers because I want to keep my stream privileges again.
How the hell?
Well, there's a story behind that one.
We don't
I
know.
tried to say that it was for educational purposes because they I didn't preview the porn bloopers, and it came to the part where they lost the dildo in the girl's ass and they tried to find it. And apparently that went against terms of services.
So you showed yourself.
Well, we know. I will say, Red, that we now know what the Olympics and pornography has in common. They will both get your live streaming privileges taken away.
See, if you'd have channel queer kid stuff, it'd be okay.
Right.
But,
anyway, I usually do a midweek wind up because I do a game show with my husband on Sundays called The Devil's Advocates, where you spin for being on the pro or con team, and then you spin for topic, and then you straw man and argue, and you don't invite drunk people to your season opener because then it turns into a giant shit show. But it's usually a lot of fun. We've had AP, Ghastly, Geek Thulu, Irate Prostate. We've had a lot of people on there, and it's don't bring facts, just have fun, yell about stupid stuff, and just shit talk. It's a more organized kumite, I guess, and it's not attacking the person. It's attacking what they're arguing. There was one day I had to argue pro-slavery. My idea to save the fat children was to raise the fat children and eat them and solve world hunger and population control at the same time.
Oh, hell no.
So you can have a lot of fun on the show.
Nice.
And so, but people were trying to get serious on the Devil's Advocate, so I decided, okay, I'll start streaming. And in the midweek, I still use the wheel, but I have joking name topics with, actual serious articles I find throughout the week. So, and then do the cream stream.
So, you doing that tomorrow? Are you doing the thing tomorrow?
Do our thing?
No, you doing the wheel tomorrow?
No, I can't do it. I've got one more week before I get my privileges back.
Sweet. Oh, Jesus.
One more week. Hey, it's been, 4 months, almost 3 months, something like that. Yeah. I got it taken away in October. It was my 5th stream ever. And I lost my privileges. It's okay. I got my first Twitter ban because I told some guy to feed his kids bleach and save humanity.
Clorox is what will not get you untied.
Hero.
So, yeah, I'm always getting myself into trouble, but honestly, that's why my anthem on my channel is I don't give a flying fuck to the tune of Camptown Races.
Nice.
Doodah.
Exactly. My daughters will walk around humming that song because I told them you want to tell people to fuck off all the time. That's great, but you can't literally tell them to fuck off. But you can hum the song because you know what the song means. They'll just think you're singing nursery rhymes. It's okay.
Oh Lord!
Wow. You like it up here. That was actually, we were debating on changing that to a state motto at one point.
Yo, shit.
Nice.
Welcome to New York. Fuck off.
Okay. Holy shit! All right, Renegade Walrus, you're next in line. Plug yo shit.
All right. I've got a YouTube channel that doesn't have any content, but I might have content in the future. It's Renegade Walrus, believe it or not. And my Twitter is Renegade_Walrus_ suck my dick. And that's about it.
Thank you for joining, Walrus.
Awesome.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Okay. All right. Next in line, Scooby. Plug yo shit.
Scooby.
I am Scooby331. You can find me here on YouTube, minds.com, Gab AI, and I'm finally back on Twitter after a decade. I'm on there as not Scooby331. I still don't remember why I got banned, but I can't use my name. Every time I try a different account with Scooby331, it gets shut down immediately. I don't know what the hell I did.
You done did it.
It was probably something epic.
You do the do.
Yeah,
when you do so much epic stuff, it's hard to pinpoint what epicness got you banned.
Sure, the avatar might have something to do with it. Might not. You know,
I have no idea.
The guy that owns Twitter to go have sex with his children or something.
No, I think I did that to somebody else. I think I told you once, it was in the 90s. It was either I was in high school or college. It was one of the first emails I ever sent. I sent a picture of it was actually a GIF, one of the first ones that they ever made. It was to the tune of the hamster dance. It was the squirrel shaking its balls.
Nice.
And
I remember that, man.
Yeah, I sent that to Hillary Clinton when
Ironically enough, that was the one email she did not delete.
Yeah, I think I was
when she was lonely.
I think I sent that to her in like either 97 or 98. I think I was in college at the time. It was
That's
one of the first
really
emails I
funny,
ever
baby. Run that again. That's just funny as shit. Look at the squirrel just wiggling his balls. That's awesome, man.
Emailed that to Hillary Clinton, and you're not dead now.
Yeah, that's the
Well, no,
right.
he's not in the military, so
That's the main reason she's still alive, man. Thank you, Scooby.
How's you not getting into some type of car accident where your car somehow managed to just catch 300 bullets from the inside?
Oh yeah, like how didn't I blow my own brains out to the back of the head with a shotgun? I don't know.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
it's called the last moment of epicness.
Yeah. By the way, Burnside, you skipped 6.
No, he's actually next. He's right next to you.
Everybody's lineup looks different from their screen, I've noticed.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for me it's like GCV, Ajax, Irate, Prostate, Nightcrow, Red Lonely, Renegade Walrus, Scooby, 6, then me.
Oh, okay.
Mostly because I'm just amazing.
My screen looks almost identical to yours, Burnside, but you're on the end over on the other side of GCV.
Oh, that's what's on my screen too.
Huh.
Oh my god, mine too. No, not really.
Interesting. All right, well, 6. Plug. Yo, shit.
I am the Next 6 Minutes. I am both on the Next 6 Minutes channel as well as the Next Live Streams channel because just like Red, I had the audacity to try to critique something. Mine, however, was not pornography. It was, in fact, the 2012 London Olympic opening ceremony.
Oh, my.
So you will find me on the Next Live Streams channel as well. And next month, I'm having the pre-Westminster Dog Show. So if you are a dog fan, if you love dogs, then that's the show for you.
So I just have to say this really quick. So according to YouTube's algorithm, fishing for a missing dildo is equivalent to the beginning of the London Olympics.
Yeah.
From 2012?
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit. That is fun.
And I also learned, I just figured that if I deleted the video, it'd be fine. I never had to strike before. And then once I deleted it, you can't contest it. I was like, but I was going to say it was for learning purposes, educational.
So
Girls
did they,
you would have got away
they
with
shut
that.
down your stream?
Oh, yeah, I got kicked off midair.
Yeah, me too. I got 9 minutes into it before they kicked me off.
Oh. I got 40 minutes because we had a regular show, and then I
Holy
got 5
shit!
minutes.
Are you telling me that the Olympics kicked me off earlier than pornography kicked you off?
Well, see, I got through most of our show where we were talking about topics, and porn bloopers usually comes at the end.
I see where their priorities are now.
Yeah.
It's NBC, man.
That's where I decided. I actually learned that you actually can live stream from Pornhub. You just got to take a picture with certain data and stuff on it. And I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't show my actual picture, the identifier on there. So,
God. I know a good prospect now for a channel. Okay, anyway.
That's what I'm thinking about doing, is just running a porn bloopers channel on Pornhub. Be like, suck it, YouTube, and I'm making money on it.
You know, talk to Raging Eagle. He just set one of those up yesterday and sent me the link. I'm like, oh, he actually did it. He was saying he was going to do it. I thought he was fucking with me.
He got a fucking strike already.
There's a process you go through. It's just it's insane.
Yeah.
No, dude, I was talking to him last night. And he was telling like his first video was girl gets banged by or something for 2 hours, guys for 2 hours, and he just put up the movie.
Girl gets pounded by guys for 2 hours.
Yeah, and he put up one.
Yeah, and
it was probably copywritten. It was probably copywritten, is what it was. You can't stream porn and make money off it if you don't own it, or if people don't relinquish rights to you. That's why you've got to find shit that doesn't have ownership on it. You can't just show anything.
I just
streamed the porn bloopers clip straight from Pornhub. I was in so much pain that night. I didn't care. I was just like, fuck it. Well, live and learn.
Pain from your bloopers? Fair enough.
Don't tell me it was that time of the month already, was it?
Oh Lord.
Cramps?
OMG.
No, I was in a bad accident 3 years ago.
Oh, how can that be?
It could always be worse.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you could be that poor woman that lost the dildo in her ass.
Right? And then people made money by showing it.
Oh Lord.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Every time you're gonna hear the phrase "give me the flashlight," you're gonna think about that. You know.
You know what's funny is the week before the porn bloopers that made it through that didn't get in trouble with the guy peeing on the squid. The guy peeing on the squid didn't get me booted.
That has got to be a violation.
That sounds Japanese.
That stream's still up on my YouTube channel.
Oh my god.
That sounds like Japanese porn right there.
I age restricted it.
Pissing on an octopus or a squid. Yeah.
Geek Thulu was very offended by that episode. He was one of my guests that
night. Sweet. Nice.
Well, since I've ruined your stream too.
Yeah, if anything, this keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
People are too uptight and serious about life. I mean, for God's sake, it's YouTube.
Yeah. God, and life's so short, though, y'all. You know.
That it is.
It really is. But God forbid you stream the Olympics. But whatever.
Jesus.
Have some fucking fun.
I just point a thing. If anybody's interested in watching some cool shit after this, both Sylvanas and the Minions of the Zoo have their streams going on right now. So when this one's over, swing by and say hi to those guys.
And if I can jump off of that plug, if anybody wants to actually go to sleep after this, go visit Rapunzel ASMR. She's actually really cool. She's a new friend of mine. Helps you get to sleep, all that kind of fun shit.
My ASMR is, of course, gun channels.
Sweet. Anyone else got anything before I hit the button? The big red button?
Oh, yeah. Support One Nation Australia.
Oh, right.
Smash that button.
Sorry.
Lick the bean, dude.
All right. Good night, motherfuckers. We'll be seeing you next Monday. That's the next time I'll be on this thing. Tomorrow is who the hell's all thinking? Ajax?
No, Wednesday.
Tuesday, we are not entirely sure who's going to be hosting tomorrow night. We will, of course, be advertising well in advance. It may actually be me again.
Okay.
We're kind of looking for a regular host for Tuesday nights. So that's we're in that process right now. We're doing a bit of retooling, a bit of revamping, a little refurbishing of the chaos structure.
We're getting the duct tape.
We're getting the duct tape and the chewing gum.
And I'm all out of chewing gum.
Damn it, you took the last sip, you son of a bitch. All right. Shadowlay, everybody.
Shadowlay.
Good night, everyone.